What's happening, bro? How you doing? I'm good. How you doing?
I was getting a chance to preview it last night on Tidal. I was loving it, matter of fact, man. So I want to get into what you some of the concepts you have for the album, some of your thoughts behind it, and also the jazz influence, being that it is Jazz History Month, man. I was loving the fact that it was just giving me a cool little jazz vibe. So first off,
Yeah.
let's just get into the album. Talk to us about Pariah. Start off with the title. Like, what made you come up with the title for the joint?
Well, pariah, it means outcast. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm somewhat of a popular outcast, you know what I mean, when it comes to just the culture of hip hop and music that we in. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm always someone who kind of walks the beat of my own drum and live how I live, create how I create. I've never wanted to really follow anyone's paths or anything like that. So that's where it really came from.
Okay, that's what it is, man. Well, I'm definitely digging the title, man. Digging the album, especially tracks like My Hands, Slow Down, BB. Like, I was loving them tracks, man. Because like I was just mentioning to you, I love the jazz feels behind it and just some of the concepts you had in the songs. So first off, talk to us about the jazz kind of flavor behind it, man. Was that something that was consciously?
But yeah, so with the jazz influence, it's just something I think that kind of naturally goes into my music. If you listen to all my projects
Mm,
that I've put out, I feel like there's always some type of jazz or soulful influence. I think that's just something that I connect with, and that touches me in a way that gets my pen going. So yeah, I think that's just what it was. I don't think it was nothing intentional, but I think
mm.
that it's always there throughout the music that I create.
Okay. And when you was going into this project, man, what was the overall goal that you wanted to kind of pull off? Like, was there a theme or a message that you were trying to get across with people? I mean, I know again, you're normally somebody who does pull your emotions out on your tracks anyway, so it's not abnormal for us to hear you talk about relationships or hear you just talk about some personal issues. But was there any overall goal or theme that you wanted us to kind of take from it?
No, what I wanted, especially with, this quarantine and what's going on in the world, I just wanted to give people vibes, you know what I mean? I wanted
Yeah.
to give people some good energy, put my energy into the world and kind of like hope that it can uplift and heal. I know for me, music is something that I'll always tap into whenever I'm going through anything, any type of depression or stress or anxiety or whatever it is that I have. Music is always something that can always uplift and heal me. So that's what I wanted to do with this project and this music. Just get out emotions, say whatever was on my chest at this exact moment in time and give it to the people.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you can do when you're operating as an independent artist. You can kind of just give people music the way you want to. And you've been indie since you left out of MMG. Can you
Right.
talk to us about some of the perks that you see as far as being an indie artist, and what are some of your biggest, I guess, one of the biggest downfalls of being an indie act?
I think the perks is what you just said, just being able to create how I want to create, release music when I want to release it, and do the things that I want to do creatively. And I wouldn't say, like as far as any downs of being it, I don't see any. I think that with the being a signed artist to a major, I think you get help. You know what I mean? There's more finances, there's more financial help,
Yeah, yeah,
there's more people that's on your team to help spread the message, even. You know what I mean? Get the music to different outlets, set up different press or whatever. So with being independent, it's a little harder, being that it's just me.
yeah.
But it's more satisfying at the end, when people like yourself reach out and, ask to do an interview or speak to me. It's always appreciated, you know what I mean? Because it shows me that the music is penetrating and doing what it should do, and it's touching someone to be one to take the time out of their day to speak to me. So, it's definitely a blessing.
Do you ever see yourself going back into a major situation?
I can't tell you if I would or if I wouldn't. I really don't know. I guess it would have to be situational and it would have to just make sense. But right now, I like where I'm at. I love the way I'm building. I love the support I've been getting from my fans and the people who have been supporting me throughout the years. I tell people all the time, you kind of get to cut the cancers. You get to weed out the fat. You get to really see who's here for you, who really supports you, and who's down for you. And that's what I love the most.
Okay. Are we going to see, well, I know we are in quarantine right now, but do you have any plans of taking it on promo tour or anything like that anytime soon?
Yeah, as soon as when, everything is over, I would love, I can't wait to get out to the people, touch the people again, get back on stage, do shows, travel around, and just see the fans and the people who supported me. Right now, I'm just trying to do whatever I can do to push the project and to be able to create visuals. Like I just put out a video today. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's on YouTube. It's called I put it on my Instagram page as well. It's called Offset. That's the intro for the project. But it's a quarantine video. We just pulled up and just shot a video. But I want to do things like that to be able to still connect with the fans and give them something to entertain them and to help them, with the visuals of everything.
Yeah. Speaking of quarantine, man, how you been holding up yourself? Like, what have you been doing since we've been on this worldwide timeout?
Man, I've been doing a lot of creating music, reading. I play a lot of Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be on the game. Whatever I can do to occupy my time and my mind and keep my mind going, stay creative, or just keep my mind from just being idle and sitting around just overthinking and things like that. So anything that I can possibly do. As far as quarantine, it's never been an issue. That's me anyway. That's just something that I naturally do is social distance from people. But but I ain't gonna lie, I do like to go out once in a while and go places like the movies or, go to a store, go out to eat, things like that we can't do anymore. But, that for the most part, that's all.
Yeah, well, this month over here at Cash Color Cannabis, we've been celebrating 420 all month. 420 was last week. How you spent your 420, man?
Man, I was just in the crib doing what you were probably doing, or just chilling for real, just hanging out. And I don't even remember it. I was just in my zone. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good day. That was a good day. Do you have a favorite strain or anything like that that you personally like smoking?
Oh man, I used to, I used to enjoy everything from like Blue Dream to Gorilla Glue, Runts. You know what I mean? That's the vibe now. I need to get a Blue Collar Gang strain. You know what I mean? A Stalley strain for
Thanks, man.
For real.
Facts,
How about yourself? What's your favorite?
My favorite, man, gelato is what I'm rocking right now. I was just telling people, man, if y'all see my eyes, gelato literally just woke me up not too long ago. But gelato's been it. My wife got me on this Tangy too. Tangy's dope. It's a little hybrid of sativa and indica, and it's a good little smoke as well, man. But for everybody in the comment,
do you like the indicas or the sativas, or you like the?
Oh no, I'm a sativa person. Facts, bro.
Yeah,
I be shocking my dealer sometimes, man. He be like, "You the only dude who come down here for sativas, bro. Everybody else be on some indica." Yeah, but nah, I need that wake up music, man. I need that wake up stuff. Like,
same. That's a fact.
Yeah, man. So I saw on your page that you had linked up with Westside Gunn recently, man. And shout out to Westside with the Pray for Parents album is banging.
Yeah,
who are you listening to?
Man, I've been listening to his project, of course, my project, Pariah. But, I don't really listen to a lot of hip hop, so to say. But I check everything out. But, on my spare time, I'm listening to, Tory Moy, Blood Orange, Frank Ocean, John Mayer, just more chill vibe, relaxed music, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to kind of calm, because I'm in the studio so much, and I'm always creating and listening to, I guess, hip-hop beats, you know what I mean? So sometimes I just want to kind of mellow out and chill out when I'm by myself or when I'm listening to music, zoning. Sometimes I have it on the background, cleaning the crib or whatever. So, yeah.
Word, that's what's up, man. So 10 years later, where do you think we're gonna see you?
Man, hopefully on the Mount Rushmore of music, you know what I'm saying? Just continuing to grow as a person, as an artist, keep celebrating good music and putting out good music, and hopefully also helping other artists to live out their dreams and to get their music heard and put out there as well, turn into a businessman. Yeah, those are some of the, my goals and aspirations that I have right now.
Word. I don't know if you've seen the comments, but some people are hoping that one of them goals is you and Currency getting back together. Is there any chance you're going to see that album happening?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm busy, he's busy, and we always create. But hopefully, yeah, we definitely can link back up and create some more magic. I know we've created 2 classic records, so I think a dope EP of Stalley and Currency would be ill.
Yes, sir. I think so too, man. So, but before we fade out of here, I want you to let everybody know where they can find Pariah, what they can expect from the album, and just all that.
Pariah is everywhere. Everywhere you stream music. Like you said, I know you mentioned Tidal. That's where you get your music. But Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Deezer, for anybody overseas. Well, I mean, YouTube, wherever, you know what I'm saying? It's all over the place. Like I said, I just dropped a video today. You can go to my Instagram @Stalley. I just posted the clip to the video on set, and that's on YouTube right now. Make sure y'all check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Subscribe and like. It's Stalley Vid. STALLEYVID. And then, yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram @Stalley, man.
Hey, Reggie, one more question for you, bro, because I know you're a hoop fan. I know you're a hooper, man. Have you been watching The Last Dance?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Bro, you watch it, like, the one most recently that's blowing my mind is Dennis Rodman, man. Like no, the way Dennis Rodman came to this team and how he was able to just go to Vegas, like, they put up with a lot of shit.
Yeah. Nah, man. He's a pariah. That's a good example right there. Dennis Rodman is a pariah. He's a popular outcast, someone who does his own thing, walks to the beat of his own drum, but gets the job done when it's time to get the job done. As you can see, supreme work ethic. He might have not been on everybody's straight and narrow, but he did what he had to do. And I think that's what life is about. You know what I mean? He could be a part of that was like the Beatles of basketball. You know, them Bulls teams were like the best, some of the best teams that we've ever witnessed in sports history, and that's across all sports platforms. And for him to still maintain his individuality and be himself, and still, be one of the hardest workers and an all-star. I don't know if that's a good question. Was he ever an all-star? That's a good question.
It is a good question. I'm not sure. For somebody who was damn near the best rebounder ever, I'm not sure he ever did the other stats that made somebody say if he played right now, he'd be an all-star. I feel like, like it's a different league. We kind of judge you by different shit.
Right, not to cut you off, but it's crazy because I'm just thinking, I don't think he was an all-star. He's definitely a Hall of Famer, though, but just to be as great as he is and do his own thing, man, I really admire that, you know what I'm saying, and look up to that. And I'm excited to see the next parts, though, for sure. You know what I mean? His story was dope. Pippen, we learned a lot about Scottie Pippen that we might have not knew about or glossed over, you know what I mean? I'm sure they're going to talk about, like, Tony Kukoc and people like that coming up, so that's going to be dope as well.
Yeah, man. Well, I definitely appreciate your time. I think the album's dope. If I could compare you even to an NBA player, I say you remind me of Damian Lillard. Like, you out there, you doing your thing. I'm not sure if everybody getting it, but he can drop 60 on you when you feel like it.
Right. Nah, that's a very honorable thing to say, man. I appreciate that because, you know what I mean? And that's a good comparison. That's a really good comparison right there, man. So I appreciate that. That's humbling.
No doubt, brother. And hopefully we can get you in Atlanta one of these days and get you in studio with us for a show whenever this quarantine's over.
Yeah, let's do it. I would love to, man. Thank you for your time. I'm always here whenever you need me. And definitely when the quarantine's over, I'm pulling up.
That's what it is, brother. Congratulations on the album. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.